All right, let's talk about the future of email marketing. Today, we are diving deep into the 2026 email playbook. And hey, whether you're running B2B campaigns, growing a startup, or managing a small business, this one's definitely for you.
Okay, let's just get this out of the way right now. Email is not dying. No way. In fact, for most of us, it's the one marketing channel we actually truly own and control. But, and you really got to hear this, the playbook that worked just a couple of years ago, it's totally obsolete. Seriously, what got you results then will just get you blocked now.
So, what's going on? Well, we're in the middle of what I'm calling the Great Deliverability Reset. Think about it. The basic rules of how email even works have completely changed. Why? Because you've got these super powerful AI gatekeepers at places like Google and Yahoo now. And if you're not playing by their new rules, well, your emails just aren't going to get through. It's as simple as that.
So, here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll break down this Great Deliverability Reset. Then we'll walk through the 4 new pillars of success: the trust layer, the relevance engine, the experience standard, and the new scoreboard. And finally, we'll wrap it all up into a nice, neat summary, your 2026 playbook.
All right, Section 1, the Great Deliverability Reset. You know, the subtitle here really nails it. The rules of the inbox have fundamentally changed. Getting your email seen isn't a guarantee anymore. It's something you have to earn every single time.
So, you might be asking, why is all this changing? Well, look at this number, 392.5 billion. That's the projected number of emails being sent every single day in 2026. I mean, just think about that tidal wave of information. With that much noise, inbox providers like Google and Yahoo had no choice. They had to become super strict gatekeepers just to protect their users' sanity. Which brings us right to our first pillar, the trust layer. And let's be crystal clear about this. Authentication isn't just a best practice anymore. It's not a nice to have, it's your ticket to entry. It's the absolute bare minimum to even have a chance of landing in the inbox. Okay, so what does that actually mean for you? It all boils down to what's called the authentication trinity. You've got SPF, DKIM, and DMARC. I love the analogy of these as 3 technical handshakes. They're what prove to the inbox providers that your email is legit, that it's really you sending it, and that no one's messed with it along the way. And in 2026, they are 100% mandatory, no exceptions. Now, the rules get even tighter if you fall into the bulk sender category. And what is that? Basically, anyone sending over 5,000 messages in a single day. If that's you, you need the whole authentication trinity plus a one-click unsubscribe button. And here's the kicker, something you really need to understand. Once your domain gets labeled a bulk sender, that label sticks. It's permanent. And then there's this number. This is the new line in the sand. Your spam complaint rate absolutely must stay below 0.3%. Let me put that in perspective. That's only 3 complaints for every 1,000 emails you send. Go over that tiny threshold and you are in big trouble. We're talking serious penalties or even getting blocked entirely. This isn't a guideline. It's a hard and fast rule. Okay, so you've got your technical trust sorted. What's next? That brings us to pillar number 2, the relevance engine. See, once you've earned the right to be in the inbox, you then have to earn the attention of the person reading it. And that is all about using data and AI to send smarter, not just more. Yeah, the old batch and blast method? It's dead. Done. That one-size-fits-all email campaign is a relic of the past. The new standard for 2026 is what we call adaptive messaging. This is where your content, your offers, even the time you send the email, all change dynamically based on how that specific person behaves. And let me tell you, this is so much more than just sticking a first name in the subject line. So, the big question is, how do you actually pull this off? Well, it's about using AI the right way. You want to let AI do the heavy lifting. You know, stuff like hyper-specific segmentation or figuring out the absolute perfect send time for each person. But, and this is so important, you need a human to review the strategy, to check the content. Just letting AI run wild on its own is a recipe for disaster. You'll end up with generic, soulless emails that the inbox filters are designed to sniff out and bury. All right, on to pillar number 3, the experience standard. This one is all about what it's actually like for someone to open and interact with your email. We're talking about how it looks, how it feels, how it functions. And the keywords for 2026 are mobile first, accessible, and interactive. So, I have a serious question for you. Be honest. Does your email pass the 3-second mobile test? Because here's a scary stat. Up to 75%, that's 3 out of 4 people, will delete an email in seconds if it looks clunky or broken on their phone.
That's not just a bad experience anymore, it's a huge deliverability signal. Inbox providers see that and they take note.
And hey, if you're still not convinced, just look at the numbers. The Apple iPhone email app alone accounts for over a third of all opens. A third! You add in all the people reading on Gmail's mobile app and the picture becomes painfully clear. If you're still designing your emails for a desktop computer first, you are completely backwards.
So what do? You have to build your emails with these mobile first principles baked in from the very start. It's actually pretty simple stuff. Single column layouts, so you're just scrolling down, big fat buttons that are easy to tap with a thumb. Super short paragraphs, like 2 or 3 lines max. Oh, and you have to make sure it looks good in dark mode. And that last point on accessibility, that's huge. With laws like the European Accessibility Act, this is no longer optional. For a lot of businesses, it is a legal requirement.
Okay, let's bring it home with our fourth and final pillar, the new scoreboard. Look, when the rules of the game change this much, the way you keep score has to change too. It's time to stop chasing vanity metrics and start focusing on what actually drives growth.
Let's just rip the Band-Aid off, shall we? Open rates are basically useless now. I know. For years, that was the metric we all obsessed over. But then Apple came along with its mail privacy protection. It automatically opens emails in the background, which means your numbers are totally inflated. It's a phantom metric that tells you almost nothing about who's actually engaged.
So if you can't trust open rates, what should you be looking at? Well, here are the metrics that actually matter in 2026. Your click rate. That shows you people are taking action. Your list growth rate. Are you bringing in new interested people? Your unsubscribe rate. This tells you if your content is hitting the mark or not. And of course, revenue per subscriber. Are your efforts actually making money? These are your new North Stars.
All right, let's tie all of this together. It's time to look at your 2026 playbook.
I love this quote because it sums up everything we've talked about perfectly. The age of batch and pray is over. You can't just send an email to everyone and hope for the best anymore. We've entered the age of earn and engage. You have to earn your way into the inbox, and then you have to engage your subscribers with real value.
So I want to leave you with some homework. Here's a super simple checklist you can use to audit your own email program like today. Number 1, confirm your sender protection, your SPF, DKIM, and DMARC are all set up. 2, make sure you have a one-click unsubscribe. 3, do an accessibility check on your templates. And 4, get serious about cleaning your list. Kick out those inactive subscribers. A clean list is a healthy list, and a healthy list is a deliverable list.
And I'll leave you with this one final thought to chew on. The inbox itself is changing. It's not just a list of messages anymore. It's becoming an application. It's a place where people can interact with content, browse products, and even buy things without ever clicking away. So the big question you need to ask yourself is this. In 2026, is your email just another message, or is it an experience?